This video is going to explain the importance of aim in Minecraft, specifically PvP, and it's going to kind of be a guide on how to improve your aim. Just at the start of the video, I'm just going to put a disclaimer. The most immediate way to improve your aim in any game, especially Minecraft, is to play the game more. Now, there's like aim trainers such as kovaks. Now, it's very similar on the fact that you can get certain maps and you can customize that to where it's almost similar to aiming and clicking in Minecraft, but it's not going to be the same. You don't jitter click and aim in any maps. Okay, I explained this very badly, so I'm muting the clip and talking over it while watching it. Essentially what I'm trying to explain here is that Minecraft is tracing while clicking as fast as you can, whereas any other aim trainer or any other aim based game is point to point while barely ever reaching above 6 CPS. Think about Fortnite, Valorant, CS, you barely ever reach above 6 CPS, and the time you trace players is very, very small. Now, I'm going to go into more in-depth explanations on how to improve your aim. I'm just going to let my explanations and my proof kind of explain the rest of this video. But yeah, if you guys like these types of tips videos, then leave a like and comment down below what other things you'd like me to talk about. The last video did very well. I put a lot of time and effort into it and I was happy with how it came out. So yeah, anyway, peace. So exhibit 1 of how to improve your aim in Minecraft, or any game for that instance, is as simple as this. It is, as it's showing right here, to purchase a higher refresh rate monitor. Now, I don't think I need to argue this point. I think anyone that has, which a lot of the viewers probably have, can vouch me in the comments and say it's literally like having Jesus on your PC. Like, it is night and day improvement between 6A and 240, and even 144 and 240 Hz. There is a large difference. I've played on my 240 Hz monitor, as it shows here, for probably about a year now, and I went and got some clips to try and see if I could show a difference in 144 Hz and 240 Hz, and it is you can't go back. Once you get 240 Hz, you can't go back, and it is the nicest thing ever. I don't really know if the clips will show much, but I did record me PvPing on 144 Hz and then me PvPing on 240 Hz. There may be a slight change in aim. I'm not sure. I'm going to show them anyway. But yeah, it's simple as this. I'll link this. This will be the top link in my description, so you guys can come and read this and check it out. It's kind of cool. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the PvP clips.
Get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I do it all before I die. I wanna get it on tonight. I wanna get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I wanna get you one more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. I want it one more time. I really need to make it right. Energy I overdose, 'cause I'm ready to reload. I need it one more time, but baby then again twice. But I don't know if I'm ready to let go. I'm gonna have you one more time. I'm gonna hit it one more night with you. With you I am committed, 'cause I know it's you I want. Hope I never see you go home. I'll come along.
Okay, so I'm going to try and help you guys find your optimal sense in Minecraft. Just a quick recommendation. I'd recommend using about 400 to 800 DPI. There's a bunch of different things you can look at to try and see if you should up or lower your sense. Now, in CS, there is a method of finding your quote-unquote perfect sensitivity. I play on 400 DPI just for reference. What it is on CS, you basically say this is a wall, it's a flat wall. You would shoot essentially where the character is, and you would aim around to the side. And if you can flick to where the bullet or player is in this case consistently, then your sense should be fine. in theory, you're able to aim with it, right? Now, if I was to lower the sens a lot, I can't really flick with that to the player. And the same would go for if I were to up it. It is way too hard to flick to the player. Whereas I found that my bread and butter on this game, after years of playing, is like 400. Or 400 DPI, 100 in-game sense, sorry. There's that. You guys have to keep in mind that even with like a low sense, if you're able to do this without undershooting, you still have to be able to do certain things like turn around and pot and look straight down and place water buckets for build and stuff. You still have to be able to do large movements like that. Now this is just from the center of my mouse pad. This is what I also like to do to try and find a perfect sense. This is from the center, so this is optimally where my mouse would be where I'm PvPing. If I do the biggest movement possible, I can do like a, I don't know what would that be, probably like a 520 degree turn, and the same goes in the other direction. Yeah, those were both from the center, just different directions. I have some clips of me playing with sensitivity too high and too low. I'm kind of going to show you guys what they look like. I'm guessing you guys already know what they will be. Too high will be too shaky, and then too low will be like too slow and you're not able to turn on and pot. But I'm just kind of going to show them and like voice over the disadvantages of them and how you can recognize if your sense is too low or too high. But I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so essentially this first clip is your sensitivity being too high. Big telltale signs is when you try to flick the players or rod players, you aim over them and overcompensate for where you need to flick to. Another thing is shaking, obviously, when you click. Depending on how you click, you'll probably end up shaking if your sense is too high, like badly, as you guys can see in this. I'm like going up and down the player model. It's that bad. It's also very hard to turn around and run away. As you guys can see, I'm stuck up against the wall here because it's too hard to turn around normally. Yeah, and if you guys look at the pot clip, when I turn around the pot most of the time, I actually end up doing a 360 and being forced to pot forward. I mean, that's kind of unrealistic. What it can actually do is you end up overturning, so ideally you'd want to do like a 180 degree turn to throw a pot, but you end up doing something like a 220 degree turn and you throw the pot to the right of you and you get hit over it, and obviously shaking and stuff like that in pot, especially because it's a longer fight in my opinion. Yeah, you guys can see this is the too low sense, makes sense right after the high. Now people can definitely make it work, but in the long run it's definitely not optimal. You definitely struggle with doing things like turning around the pot, picking up people's lava and water fast in the middle of a fight, just generally overall staying consistent. Now I'm going to use YouTubers for examples as well, because just my clips in this are kind of set up because I literally changed my sense, fought the person, changed my sense again, fought the person. It's not an accurate representation of what it looks like, but you definitely do fumble on like turning around the pot and picking up water. So yeah, examples I wanted to use as a YouTuber with too low sense is Super. Anyone that plays pot basically knows this guy. He uses a really low sense, as you guys can tell in his videos. His sense is super low, no shaking, nothing, but he does kind of struggle to aim. Like that adjustment when he threw the pearl, although it was accurate, it was slow. Someone with like a higher sense would be making like micro adjustments like he is in here, like that right there, when he threw the pearl again, a lot faster. Now he definitely can make it work, as you guys can see. Like, he's a really good player. I didn't say that you can't be a good player with low sense, just makes it a lot harder to aim and be consistent. It's not optimal is what I'm trying to say. For the other end of the stuff, I'm going to use the Defeat as an example. He's fighting yours truly. He's a very high sense, as you guys can see, about a pearl. Now when he aims, he tries to flick to me. I'm not going to tell him this. If he watches the video, he'll hear me saying it, but I would suggest he uses a lower sense. He definitely makes it work. Now I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's probably, when he did play, he probably was one of the top 5 or 10 pot players, but he's gonna overcompensate and aim past me because his sense, in my opinion, is too high. Yeah, look, he aimed past me. Now obviously, that little micro adjustment with his really high sense, he can make in a millisecond. So he made it. If you ever watch his videos, you guys can tell he uses a very high sense. Like, look at him, he's just going side to side there, and he's clicking like 9 to 10 as well. Definitely a very, very high sense player. As you guys can see, he makes micro adjustments really fast. It's definitely one of the benefits of having a high sense. But he also over aims. Like, if I actually strafe him out point in this video, you'll see him over aim. But he makes a micro adjustment if he does over aim, so it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this concludes the video. If you guys like these types of videos where I talk about stuff and how to improve like mechanics and all that, I can definitely keep doing them. As I said at the start of the video, the last video I made like this did very well, so I'm definitely going to try and pursue more of these. I know a lot about the game. I've played it for God knows how long. I'm going to link both the Pupa and Supar in the description because I used clips from their videos. It's only fair. They're both really nice YouTubers. You guys definitely go sub and check them out. And yeah, peace.